An heroic man named Traian Popovici was the mayor of the city of Czernowitz in Romania during World War II. In 1941, he saved almost 20,000 Jews from deportation to a killing field known as Transnistria, which had been set up by the Romanian fascists, allies of the Nazis, as a place where the country's Jews could be exterminated. For such an open and large-scale act of humanity, you would think that his name would be widely known, like that of Schindler or Wallenberg. Yet, inexplicably, very few people have ever heard of Traian Popovici. In 1969, Popovici was honored for being one of the righteous among nations by Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum in Israel. These brave individuals protected their Jewish neighbors from the Holocaust, often at great peril to themselves. Despite this recognition, his courageous deeds remain largely unknown.
It's very difficult in a totalitarian regime, be it fascist or communist, to try to find people who are moral compass or people who represent an exception to the rule. Clearly, Traian Popovici was not only one of the most important rescuers of Jews during World War II in Romania, but personally I think that he was one of the most prominent rescuers at European level.
By the order of Hitler, it was decided in 1941 to open a special place that was called Transnistria. It was 189,000 people who were murdered. I mean Jewish people from Bukovina and Moldavia, who were murdered in Transnistria. There was one mayor, Traian Popovici, who became a mayor in 1941, just when deportation started. And he invented such a thing as the so-called authorization. He started to issue papers to Jewish people, and he managed to convince Romanians and Nazis that there are people who are badly needed by the city. And they started to issue this paper that was called authorization to them.
They told the Jews in our building, pack up a few things and stand outside. You are all going to be transported to Transnistria. And suddenly I hear, Mr. Gedali, Mr. Gedali. And I look up, it's Janina, the sister-in-law of Traian. She says, I'll be back in half an hour and I'll bring you papers that you get out of here. And she did.
Mimi Taylor was 4 years old when Popovici saved her and her parents from deportation. She was determined to honor his courageous deeds with a plaque to be placed on his house in Czernowitz. On April 21st of 2009, the plaque unveiling became a reality.
If we assume that there were about 50,000 Jews in the city at the beginning of the war, some had retreated with the Russians. Some had already been deported. So if Popovici gave about 19 to 20,000 permits, it means that pretty much everybody got a permit. I felt that it just had to be done.
Tragically, ethnic cleansing continues to occur unabated in our modern world. Therefore, this rare display of unselfish humanity is relevant right up to the present time. Now that we know what he did for the Jews of Czernowitz, we owe a deep debt of appreciation to the righteous actions of Traian Popovici.
In Omar